subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
The sweet introduction, smartness, intelligence, discourse. True. Like, how did you end up here? Anybody, any young boy or girl, if they become an actor the day they decide to be an actor. Kind of, they try to put you on a pedestal and they try to think you through as some kind of.
He can do it, we can do it too.
Yeah, the responsibility. I think my responsibility that was scary enough to wait that something good will come along.
Wow. Then you have to go. That is the reason Divine is connecting you with me. Namaste, konnichiwa. Welcome to the Nupur Theory Show. And today too, we have very special guest. I think Indian and Indian outside of India also fan of him. And he's none other than Amol Parashar. Amol, welcome to the Nupur Theory Show.
Thank you so much. So sweet. What a sweet introduction.
So, in Japanese, the namaste or hello, it says it is konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Yes. So,
and is there a certain gesture like?
No, it's just konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Yes. Konnichiwa. Very, very sweet. And as an IITian and changing your, like everybody, I think middle class parents, everyone wants their especially sons to go to IIT and they do some become like Sundar Pichai or someone else like that. So why did you change?
Because I realized that only one person out of that batch could be Sundar Pichai. Nobody talks about his friends in the batch. Right. Jokes apart, I think yes, there are these cases are one-off. Like you read about one person getting a certain kind of money or salary in the newspaper. True. You don't read about the rest 60 people in that class who probably are not making as much. But yes, of course, in a place like IIT, at least you are more assured of having a job or having a decent salary than any other place. So for parents, it is some measure of safety that your child has managed to go to a place like that. But they didn't know that I was going to take away that safety from them and make them feel unsafe again. And in a way which is like, especially in India, I don't know, maybe it's not as much outside of India, but especially in India, the uncertainty and the image of arts and entertainment is in comparison even lower than the West, I think, or in places like Japan, I believe. Because there is, like, in the world that our parents grew up in, it was all about having a job. Right. Having a stable job and a salary. Everything else was risky.
True.
And so, and if you end up choosing something like acting or theatre or the entertainment industry, it just it's scarier than anything else. I mean, even if I was doing a startup, they might have been a little scared.
True. Very true.
If I chose to maybe do farming, they would have been a little scared. But the fact that I chose to come to Mumbai and chose this profession, I think that's the scariest option that I could choose.
But you made them safe again.
I mean, now yes, it's been a while, and of course they have thankfully been quietly supportive through this all, because I know that they were stressed and I know that they were scared. And I know that there were tough times I had to go through to understand my decision, but they quietly waited for me to hopefully make something out of myself, and I think now they feel safe enough to, like I was telling you, to even move to Mumbai, because that is a stamp of approval. Okay, that this is where his life is now.
Exactly.
And otherwise, you're always waiting for okay, now when are you going to stop doing this to do something else? Those questions and those discussions don't happen anymore.
Exactly.
Because they have realized that I have been here long enough to make sure that maybe this is what he wants to do.
I think they believed in you. Every parent, especially in India, they have that kind of insecurity.
Yeah, I completely understand that. So I don't blame them at all. In fact, I give them the credit that in spite of having that insecurity and that fear, they didn't pass it on to me. Like they didn't like
True.
fight with me or
True.
try to stop me or blackmail me or
True.
you know. So they suffered in silence.
Yeah.
And they hoped that
Yeah.
nothing bad happens or
Yeah.
you know or I'm able to make something out of this life.
Yeah.
And the fact that now it seems that I may have made something out of or I'm able to support a certain kind of lifestyle from this profession, I think is something that they had never uh, imagined.
Right.
I haven't ever imagined, but it's happened now. So they feel a little more assured. They, yes, they move to Mumbai now. They meet my friends, they meet my colleagues. So they're a part of my life here, and it is, like I said, it's a quiet stamp of approval that okay, this is what he's going to be doing, and he's fine. He's
fine with it, and we are fine with it too. Yeah. So it's a very different. Like when you are going to IIT and IIT, like your intelligence level is, as we know. So you even ranked 238, I guess, all over India. So of course, you're a very intelligent person. So how do you feel like being an actor here?
Are you seeing actors around?
No, of course I'm not saying that.
How do you feel around these people?
No, of course I'm not saying that, but still, people say that. People say that. Yeah.
There is a half joke that exists that कि जिसको कुछ और नहीं आता है वो acting करता है. Like, if you don't know anything else in life to do,
Right.
and you realize that you can't get any job,
Right.
then
चलो acting कर लेते हैं.
acting try कर लो. So I know that stereotype does exist, and maybe that stereotype also has some proofs to support it.
मतलब you experienced some proof.
I mean, yeah, there is because that does exist. Because I mean, I don't want to be the one to say that okay, you are a good actor, you are not. If you want to do it, if you want to pursue it, please pursue it. Because there were people who told me also not to do it. So I don't want to be in that position. But I mean, I do have my own standards
Of course.
inside my head.
Exactly.
Even if I don't say it out loud, sometimes I feel like I'm.
How that
Why
person
you
can
here?
say that?
Yeah,
I know why
you
you're doing
here?
that.
And,
Yeah.
This is in general, whether you act or whether you do anything else, you do expect a certain level of smartness, intelligence, discourse.
True.
I met not so smart people in IIT also.
Yeah.
Right? Just to balance it out.
Just to
Sometimes
maybe
I met people like, how did you land up?
end up. Yeah.
What happened on that day? In that exam, something bizarre happened. And your luck favored you quite a bit.
It happens sometimes.
Which could be a possibility.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because it's such a tightly competitive exam that
True.
one question here and there and one silly
Can change
mistake
anything.
and one good guess can just change a lot of things.
True.
And you can end up in places where you deserve either better or you didn't deserve that much. And therefore, but at least there's a test in a place like IIT. In a place like Bombay, in a field like acting, there are no benchmarks that are agreed upon benchmarks. So any young boy or girl, if they become an actor the day they decide to be an actor.
Yeah.
There's no course, there's no degree that is necessary to be an actor.
Yeah.
So you can it's a switch in your head.
Yeah.
If you start calling yourself an actor, now
So you're an inspiration for many IIT, and they will consider
there
now
are a lot
kind
of
of.
people who I get a lot of messages from engineers in
Yeah,
general, not just IIT people, because then they try to put you on a pedestal and they try to think you through as some kind of.
He can do it, we can do it
they
too.
and they look at you for inspiration and also help. I get a lot of messages saying, I also want to quit my job, please help me. I said, I'm not taking on responsibility. I had my responsibility, that was scary enough.
True.
And I've had to work very hard to go through all of that. Now, I mean, don't put it on me. I don't want your parents to turn around and say,
you took responsibility.
Our kid left their job or their degree because of you and they looked up to you. I'm not
ऐसा
doing
नहीं होना
that.
चाहिए.
I don't want to be a leader. I don't want to inspire anyone. If at all the inspiration will be here, I can be an example of that. I tried to do what I wanted to do.
Right.
I worked hard at it.
Right.
And I was lucky enough to get something out of that hard work. That's all.
How hard did you work? You just said it.
I would say I worked pretty hard. I still work pretty hard. And that is because I love what I do. And that's the reason I'm here.
You're passionate about it.
I'm passionate. There is no other reason for me to be here. And if I want to make money,
when did you understand that this is something I want to do?
I wouldn't say I knew it exactly when I came to Bombay. When I came to Bombay, it was more about experimenting, maybe it's almost like taking a gap year or something. So I quit my job, I came to Mumbai, but I didn't know how long I was going to stay.
Okay.
Or I did not give myself the goals or the pressures of making it in a certain way. I just wanted to do it. I just wanted to enjoy it. I just wanted to do some plays, be in a place like Bombay, collaborate with artists. That was my goal. And in my head, I could have done that for a year or 2 years. So we'll see. So I came to Mumbai with the we'll see attitude. That's also me in many parts of life. We'll see. Let's not make very set plans. I think after 3-4 years of being in Mumbai and realizing that that point is not. I thought maybe a day will come and I will be when I would have had enough. I would be satisfied. I'd be like, okay, I had my fun. Now let me figure out what to do in life. But I came here and I, of course, did a lot of plays, but I started exploring other things. I started giving auditions. I started working on camera. Live shows, films and ads, which I hadn't planned. And that slowly I felt like, there is a space for me here. And there was of course some positive feedback. I don't know, you come from, you can get Best Actor award in IIT, but you don't know what that means outside. Right? You go to Mumbai,
did you get any?
I mean, I did.
Okay.
Right? But I don't know what value that carries outside of IIT. A place like IIT, which is not even known for its arts and performing arts, you can be the best actor in that campus. But what does that mean outside? What does that mean at Prithvi Theatre? So I think just coming here and realizing, even here people are saying nice things and people are encouraging or they're calling you back or they're praising your work. So shayad mujhe kuch aata hai.
So that gave you the confidence?
That gave me the confidence and the fact that I stuck around and I didn't feel like going back. So after 3-4 years, then I had to decide.
चलो कर लेते हैं.
हाँ कि अब करना है तो करते हैं, नहीं तो फिर जाते हैं वापस. I think that's a conversation because, like I said, I did it on a whim. ठीक है करके देखते हैं 6 महीना 1 साल 2 साल, and not even with the plan of मेरे को career बनाना है or be famous or nothing. I just want to do theatre. I just want to have some fun. I'm young and if I have to get a job, I'll get a job.
Right.
But when I realized that okay, अब 3 साल हो गए, 4 साल हो गए, what am I doing? Am I doing this? How long am I going to do this fun thing? Right? Or should I just decide that this is it and this is where I belong and let's just then work harder towards it.
True.
So I think that transition happened in 3-4 years. And then by that time I'd done a bit of work also. By that time so many people had seen my work, so many people had seen my plays, my auditions, my screenplay. So there was an approval from the community also that you're good. What happens to good actors or good writers also nobody can assure.
True.
But at least you get to think, maybe I know what I'm doing.
Exactly.
I'm good at what I'm doing.
And I belong here.
Right.
That's most important
thing.
thing.
The people I respect me back and they like my work. And it seems that they genuinely like my work and they're not just lying or just trying to make you feel good. So that kind of positive feedback you get from the world around you. And that gives me the confidence that maybe it is possible for me to build a career.
Making your mark
long-term career. And that's when I kind of shifted, just the attitude shifted, nothing else.
2025 is really going great for you. How do you feel about it?
Quite interestingly crazy. I didn't plan it like that. It just happens. So and it's very interesting in this profession that so many things happen to you.
True.
Right? You can do a lot of things and you can work hard once you get the job.
Right.
But how you get the job, when you get the job is just depending on so many other things that you can't plan it. I can't plan to do. I'm not at a stage where I can plan the next film I want to do will be an action film or I want to do it in January and it should come out in October. It will happen. And I don't know what will happen, what call I will get right now in half an hour or tomorrow.
You're just working hard.
You're just working. You just being honest to whatever is coming your way.
Wow.
But there is so much that comes your way as an actor. I'm not a producer. I'm not a writer. I do write, but I'm not deciding my own projects. Like somebody is deciding on a project and then deciding to take me in that project.
True.
So I am kind of like, it's like fate is happening to you. Right? So that part is something that is the uncertain part. That is the uncertain part. You never know what's coming next.
मतलब इसको ऐसे बोल सकते हैं कि you are giving your 100%, the karma is giving back. You know, karma is like, I'm not talking about the spiritual karma. Karma is you giving getting the good result.
Good results.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's a good loop.
Yeah.
Sometimes people work hard and they don't get good results. You know, you can give your best performance in a film and that film never comes out. For whatever reason. It's not in your control.
Yeah.
It's beyond anyone's control.
True.
Nobody's fault. Just like, whatever, some bad luck.
Right.
And it can happen thrice in a row. You can do like 3 projects and you think like this is going to change your life and they never see the light of day.
True.
I did a film in 2013. I thought that was my big launch. It came out in 2016. 3 years later, nobody watched it because it came out with no marketing, nothing. And this is not in my control. I can't control it. And you can just hope that things fall into place for you or things don't fall out of place for you if something is happening. So every project, especially with films, there's so uncertain. I've had films get cancelled before shoot. 2 days before shoot, I got a call saying the film is not happening. It's not happening. The film is cancelled. Right? During shoot, post shoot.
So I have a question. How do you feel at that time? Do you feel down?
I feel disappointed. Of course, you're disappointed. It is shock. It is a shock because you've been working towards something. Right? You're building up a studio. 10 days from now, I'm shooting. You're preparing. You're workshopping. You're talking to people. Or telling your parents, I'm going away. Parents are like, oh, he has some work. How much are you getting paid? So everything is connected, especially when you're smaller and your finances are depending on that. So you know, my 3 months rent is sorted, so I can pay that off, I can do that off. And suddenly it's like it's in a moment taken away from you. So it is
very disappointing.
It can be disappointing, it can
depressing.
be shocking, depressing, and the trick is how you get out of it and how fast you get out of it.
How did you deal with those times?
I think I would get I would feel a little powerless in those times. But I guess the trick was to just get over it as soon as you can because you can't do it.
You can. This is not in your control.
It's nobody's fault. You can't even blame anyone.
True.
There's no villain in the story.
Very
it's just how things have turned out.
Right.
Nobody is actually conspiring against you. There are 200 people connected to that project.
Right.
Everybody's suffering.
Yeah. So it's better to move on.
So it's better to move on. It's just how you move on and how fast you move on. I think that is the trick because if it takes you 2 months to get out of one bad news, then every bad news is going to take too much out.
True. Very true.
So somehow if you find or you create or with the help of friends you make some mental frameworks in your head, then tell yourself that I can't do anything about it. What I can do is I can get up and go to work again. Go out looking for work again.
Yeah.
And I also understand that many people are not able to do that for a long time.
Yeah.
It's tiring. It's
it takes time
it affects your sense of self. It affects your self-worth. And there was a point when I felt like, what am I doing? Am I wasting my 20s? Waiting for things to happen.
Yeah, right.
I can't even make it happen. In some other field of work, if I was doing a startup, if I was building a car, I would have something to wake up to. Okay, I'll wake up and do this today.
Right.
And there was a phase when I was like, I'll wake up and wait for my phone to ring.
And here you are today. Sujit Sarkar is,
But which is why I empathize with the people who say, I'm tired now. I'm tired of waiting. And go back. And it's fine. So I don't even look like, loser. I understand.
They tried their best.
They tried their best, and everybody has their boundaries, and everybody has their compulsions.
True.
Like I said, if my parents were older, maybe they were sick, or if I had family to support, if I had siblings to marry off, I would be like, what am I doing?
Give me a second thought.
I'm not even letting myself now, I'm letting them now. They're all depending on me. So I may have made certain decisions differently.
True.
Which is why I like, everybody has their own journey, which is why I don't try to make a cliche or follow your passion and do your work honestly and do it smartly and make sure that you are not burning yourself out in that process. Following your passion doesn't mean, I don't believe in dying for your passion. Don't die, please. There are many people who depend on you. There are many people who love you.
True.
More than you love your passion, they love you.
Exactly.
And they deserve better. So if it is something that is affecting your physical health, your mental health, your relationship with people, then it's good to take a hard look at it. I would advise. And decide and be smart about it. Go away, make money for 2 years, come back. If you really want to do.
Right.
So, that is,
that is the way you think.
Loving the craft and loving
life,
being an actor,
yeah.
are two different things. I think many people love being an actor. They don't love acting. And that for me is a very big marker of how I see people. They love being an actor. They love being photographed. They love getting an award. They love being called the best actor. But do you love doing that scene in that sweltering heat and making sure you give your best emotionally? That is a different.
Wow.
That's a different motivation.
Right.
Wanting to be known as a good actor is a different motivation.
Yeah, true.
Wanting good reviews, wanting red carpet, wanting awards.
Right.
That's great. So for many people, my question is, when they say passion, I said if I take away the fame, there is no fame in acting.
True.
Let's say, hypothetically, and there is no money in
really?
acting. I'm just saying hypothetical scenario. If I say there was no fame
and no money,
would you still act?
Of course not. People will not do that.
So,
passion will go away. You did.
I came to do theatre. There is no fame, there is no money. I left a job to do theatre. So I remind myself that I love it.
So Sujit Sarkar is casting you personally for Bhagat Singh. How do you feel about it?
I was surprised. At that time I was very surprised. Now I'm very grateful. Because it is one of my what I see as high points in my resume. That ever now or later or 10 years from now somebody opens my IMDb and they will see that film in my filmography. I'm proud of that. But yes, when it happened the first time when I got that call or I got the call to meet him, it seemed like, oh, you kind of been selected, or I was a little surprised because it was an unusual choice, even objectively speaking. Even if I had to see it from outside of myself also, if somebody said, oh Amol, this guy who's done this work is being cast for this part, I would be a little surprised. That's unusual, but okay, if it's Sujit sir, then he must have something in mind, or he must have some plan or some vision. And I think that plan and vision slowly unraveled as I have gone into the process. Because once I started reading with him, and once we started doing the look tests, and I started testing the clothes and the makeup and the beard and the turban, I started to see what he was seeing.
Wow!
Because it was, and therefore my respect for him and my respect for filmmakers with imagination in general, because I think that again that can distinguish a great filmmaker or a producer or a visionary from somebody else. Again, not saying good or bad, but that is a great marker of that you're able to imagine something that doesn't exist.
Right.
That image doesn't exist.
Even without meeting you, he did that.
He had seen me on tape.
Okay.
He had seen me on tape. He had seen my pictures.
But
and that exactly. On Instagram, all my pictures look like this. Right? Like I'm posing or whatever. I'm trying to be
cool. The cool guy.
And then he's looking at that picture and imagining what he could do with that person, on that face. And because, usually what would happen is somebody would like to see you in that costume. Can we see you in this thing once so that we know what you look like? And then take a call. But he's taken a call already. He's like, call away. But later, I am seeing, this is probably what he must have already imagined. That I can see it. I can see some his nose, whatever his reasons were. And then when I saw it, he had seen this before we had all seen this. He had seen this in his head. And that is a great
imagination, great skill.
And we would assume that everybody in Mumbai would have imagination, but
only few people have.
And I realized it when I came here. I said, which is why many a times, people complain, my friends who are not from the industry or relatives, and people are like, oh, why don't we make films like this in Hollywood? And I said, I mean, one reason why you see franchises or you see remakes is because one, either people can't imagine, don't want to imagine, or don't want to risk putting money on imagine things. And I was like, oh, I've seen this, this works. There is already some proof. Oh, this film has already worked in the South. This film has already worked in Japan. This film has already worked in Korea. Let's make this. There is some. So just to have an imagination and to put money on that imagination. That takes imagination and courage. So you need both.
Exactly. So out of the box, kind of.
Out of the box. That I instinctively believe that this will work. Right? There is no proof. This film has never been made. And most of the legendary films that you could think of, like I sometimes do this exercise with friends. So what is that one film that you remember you saw it the first time and you were blown up? Somebody will say Lagan. Somebody will say Dil Chahta Hai.
Right.
I said, now tell me what was the film before Dil Chahta Hai which was like Dil Chahta Hai?
Yeah, exactly.
I said, great things
always the first time.
Yeah, great things come out of imagination.
Right.
And instinct and belief. Somebody, Farhan would have said, no, this will work. So many people would have said,
if there is a Dil Chahta Hai 2 or 3, you can be the great character there.
Yeah, I hope they think of me. I suddenly, the whole actor community will be calling and saying, make me. That will definitely happen. That happens sometimes, especially when you know something like this is getting made, and especially when you know that they might not only be looking at big stars. And that happens sometimes. Like when Fukre was getting made. So suddenly like 4 new boys. This the whole of Bombay is suddenly like woken up and like how to audition because you know that these kind of films don't get made all the time.
All the time.
The first time it got made.
Right?
Suddenly the news is out. Like 3 boys, new boys. You don't have to be a star. You don't have to be famous. The news spreads like wildfire in the actor community. But कि साल में 1, 2, 3 फिल्में ऐसी बनती where you know that this is the lead part or primary part.
This is going to be the different.
This is going to be this. You're not going to be a hero's friend or some 2-scene part. This is a proper part, and they are looking for new people.
True, very true.
They're specifically looking for new people, like launching or whatever, launching new faces. So those projects just like catch fire.
I know.
And casting directors, I'm sure, get swamped.
I think we should have those kind of projects these days, especially people like you who are so passionate about acting. I think.
But I'm also understanding the business of films a little bit now, and which makes me understand why
those projects
the way things are, they are. But I have my thoughts on how it could be better. But let's see. I think films, and everybody keeps saying that we're going through word churning and films are not working, or they're not working as much or as well as they used to. Everybody's watching OTT पे भी ये बन रहा है. There's a lot of viewpoints. I have my own viewpoints, like everybody else. But I personally, for me, again, if I just follow my personal story, like I said, I came here because I love to do this. I want to keep loving this. Like I don't want to do this just like, oh, give me money, I'll come, I'll say my lines, and I'll go home. I don't really want to do that as much as possible. So, for me, it is about finding people like me, finding ways to work with them. Yes, I want, but understanding the business means that you also understand how things are made. And you know that if you make one film, like somebody, your producer casts me a film today, I want to, as much as possible, make sure that the film makes money. I just want to take my fee and go away.
Right.
Because
there's a responsibility of an actor.
This is collaboration.
It's a team.
Right? This is a transaction.
True.
You love your thing. Right? Maybe he doesn't love filmmaking.
It's
okay.
He
wants to make money. But you're getting into a business transaction with that person.
True.
You want them to pay you, want them to cast you. But you don't want to give anything. Like, I only will do acting.
No, that doesn't work that way.
So that for me seems selfish. Right? Then if you want to act at home, do a scene every day at home and shoot yourself on the camera. Why do you want to be a hero of a film? Right? You want something from that.
Right.
So if you want something from that, you want to be able to give it back.
True.
So you have to understand the economics of the film. What is
Yeah.
the budget? How can we do help? Maybe give ideas on how to improve the script or what
Right.
we could do or how we could market it.
Right.
And not force yourself upon it, but be involved. Right? Be involved and be responsible to make a film that should make everybody money.
Money. Sure.
Right?
Right.
If you want to make money,
If you cannot pay your rent,
yeah,
then
I mean, everyone wants to pay rent or you want a fee, right? You're not
Right.
working for free.
No.
I'm not working for free.
Yeah.
I am saying, oh, I want money.
yeah.
Then what is,
Yeah.
let the film also make money.
Right.
Let the project also make money.
Exactly.
For everyone. And
Exactly.
I think for me that economics, I think people are still figuring out what that economics should be. And everybody has their own viewpoints, which is why some people are saying the smaller films are dying. People only want to make 200 crore films, maybe because there's some safety in that, in those numbers. But I don't know because I mean, they are just like fantasy figures for me. I've never seen or heard 200 crores or 300 crores. I don't even know where they come from and what happens, how you make films like that. But I personally believe that there is a window and there is an audience for the middle of the road cinema. Fun stories, meaningful stories that you can make in 15 crores, 20 crores, and market it smartly, and worked on passionately, and people will lap it up. But yes, you need to have that team.
Exactly.
Right?
The teamwork
Who's
is very important.
equally committed to creating good stories on a certain budget and good stories that will entertain the audience. one way or the
Exactly.
other.
True.
Right? Not just like,
Very
oh,
true.
I'll take my money, I'll make the film. and
Very
I'll go.
true. Exactly.
This is, for me, the latest project in life is just to find people, find like-minded people who I can collaborate. Oh, this director is a friend of mine, that writer. Let's get together, let's sit down, let's write something, let's make something. Let's
But you
figure
have
out how to
earned so
raise
much
money.
fame, actually. Especially the young people, Gen Z, and they're like,
And
you are the
it's-
cool
it's
guy.
because of the work, right? It's
Yeah.
because of the work. So I don't want to let them down.
Yeah,
I
true.
feel responsible towards the audience also.
Yeah.
There are many times, or 1-2 times they'll come to me and say, why did you do that project? And you should do more projects. I said, I'm trying. I'm trying. This is not my fault.
Right.
I sometimes have to do things that just to sustain myself. Otherwise, I'll disappear from the map. Right. So, but I also need your help. And the fan was trying to tell me what to do. I told her what to do. I said, if you want to see me in more work, then you have to go out and shout on social media or whatever, so people know that you want to see me. Like, how does the producer know that people want to see Amol? How does the director know that people want to see him? Every actor will say people want to see me. Right?
Exactly.
My word doesn't count. Your word counts.
Right.
So don't complain to me because it's not my fault.
And about your stage name, how did you come out with that name?
that is a piece actually. That's the name of the piece.
Okay.
So that is something I've been performing for some time now. 2-3 months I've done 10 shows.
Besaram
Besharam
Admi. Yes.
So that's the name of the piece.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if and when, let's say, I do another piece a year later, that will be called something else. So this is the name of the story.
Okay.
So this is also for me kind of like testing out stories, right? I believe in this story. When I take this story out, people enjoy it.
Yeah.
And that's also, then you know what people want. Right?
Right.
That is eventually storytelling is what do people want?
True. Very true.
What kind of stories will they enjoy? And again, it's imagination, it's instinct. There is no other story like this that exists. It is a man handling his wife's bra. The story. This is the one-liner of the story, right? And the drama and the comedy that comes from that. Now, this is me taking an instinctive punt on the story. No, this will work. Right? My co-producer heard it the first time. He said, "Oh, it's a बहुत छोटा सा कुछ बात है, ये तो funny." I said, "I know this is funny. And I know I can already imagine that people will laugh at this, people will feel this at that, and then you go out, you make it. I produced it, I perform it, and we have gotten the exact same response that I'd imagined. And so this is me testing out my own instincts. Right? If I think this is good, is this actually good? Is this actually working? Or what do people laugh at? What do people cry at? What do people want to watch? Where do people think we've crossed a line? You also have to understand the audience. There are many times I complain to my filmmaker friends that you haven't stepped out of Bombay in like 10 years. your audience lives in Lucknow, in Delhi, in
smaller
Chandigarh,
towns.
and you want them to come and watch your films, but you don't even know who they are. You don't know what they wear, what they eat, what they look like, how they speak, what they laugh at, what memes they share with their friends. You have to know them.
True.
If I'm going to walk onto a stage and if you don't tell me who's sitting in front, then how will I tell my story?
True. Very
and
true.
I only complain and I'll say they don't understand what I'm doing. But it's actually you who don't understand who they are, but you want them to buy tickets and come and watch your film. It's a little unfair. So for me, this is also an exercise in going out in the world and connecting with people.
Are you happy with the way your career going?
Right now, yes. But I know that these are feelings that come and go. Overall, as long as you have a grip on what is happening, where you're going, and overall, I think every once in a while, if you keep getting a booster, somehow from somewhere, you can't plan it. And I think every year or 2 years, one good thing has to happen to you for you to feel motivated to do it. And I've been lucky enough to have something or the else that kept happening. Like as soon as I thought like I'm kind of exhausting myself or I'm tiring out or I'm losing the motivation, something will happen. But yes, I don't believe in the divine intervention of it. I just believe that maybe this was just patience paying off. I was just patient enough.
Your hard work.
Hard work or even patience.
Yeah.
Just patience to wait that something good will come along. As long as I do my work
honestly. So with Amol, it is wonderful and very honest conversation it was. And Amol, we are waiting in Japan to see you.
I want to go to
cool
Japan. Yeah,
Gen
Japan.
Z. You're based out of Madhvi.
This is one of my dreams.
Yeah.
Because I have friends who've been to Japan and the kind of stuff that I hear, I can see it in their eyes. They come back and like, you have to go once. You have to go once.
Then you have to go. That is the reason divine is connecting you with me.
Yes, see, I just waited long enough for you to walk into my life. I was patient. I didn't leave Mumbai, and I think this is my route now to hopefully
go to Japan. Tokyo.
Yeah.
Tokyo is waiting for you.
Yes, I am waiting for Tokyo.
Great. So, Tokyo. The next destination is Tokyo.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much, Amol. Such an honest conversation it was from IIT to Bollywood.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I'm sure the many IIT
to Bollywood to Tokyo now.
The many IIT actually.
That will be the story.
That would be the story, exactly. We'll do the stage there in Tokyo for sure.
Yes.
And thank you, really. Thank you so much for giving your time. And
sorry for rushing you a little bit.
no problem. Just we have the media called Connect India Japan. This is the first ever media, that magazine, bilingual magazine for India Japan.
Okay.
So just Connect India Japan. Just say it in front of the camera, then we'll
Connect India Japan.
Connect India Japan. So we'll be here on Connect
India
Japan. So he will be there on Connect India Japan. Do subscribe. You'll see Amol. Yeah. So thank you so much. Arigatou gozaimashita.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.